Today is Sunday, April the 26th, 2020. It's about 2:05 p.m. 2020, time of the vision. Time to let some things and some leaders go. You see that burn pile? That burn pile remind me of my attackers. You see, they begin to not give their brain cells oxygen, and when your brain cells don't get oxygen, you know they begin to deteriorate. My enemies, if you pay close attention, we'll call them my critics on my YouTube channel. I have 3 of them, but on my main one, Raymond YouTube channel, if you take a good close-up look when I talk about the things that happen to my daughters, or I talk about the things that sellout blacks and white supremacists do here in Charleston, Missouri, you will see them go to some of the YouTube channels when I was videoing some of my verbal attackers who worked it hand in hand with law enforcement here in Charleston, Missouri. Even with some of the federal law enforcement officials. You know, anytime you on Fed paper or you've been to the Fed joint and you get caught with a gun and you don't even be processed or arrested, you know something wrong with that. But if you take a look, when the last few videos I made, just look at the individuals that's making negative comments out of facts that I talk about. If you take a look, I got to talking about people that's running for the school board and some of their family members being high ranking in the Charleston R1 school district. Back in the day when my 5-year-old was abused by a white bus driver in the Charleston R1 school district, you seen another marked or a fake YouTube channel popped up, and it was called Everybody Hate Raymond. Now, number one, you got to remember all of my critics, they got of lack of education. Here it is, I spells my name out in one of my critics that named their YouTube channel Everybody Hates Raymond. Look how they spelt it. But what I was gonna say is, anybody that know me, they know I'm not racist. I don't advocate violence nor hate, but I will let you know if you come towards me and my family as an intimate threat, I would not wound you. I would do my best to take your life. I won't spare your life when you try to harm me or my 2 daughters of my 92-year-old World War II veteran dad. You see, all the forces that was fighting against Adolf Hitler in World War II, they wasn't trying to wound Hitler and his soldiers. They wanted them to do just like that log, them 2 logs did in there, the 2 biggest ones. They want to try to drop the high ranking. You see, those is considered apparent DOA. Ain't no question of doubt. But I want to show y'all how in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, in these last few days, when the Muslim Center in Cape Girardeau, Missouri was set afire, how the law enforcement officials on the federal, state, and local side has come together to investigate. Not only to investigate, they put a reward out. I want to show you another thing, how you can see that white people in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, they stand out. They stand up against wrong. They even donated, contributed about $14,000 or more to help those Muslims out for a few reasons. Number one, they show what the Muslims do in their community. Number two, today is their holy day, holy month of Ramadan. To all of my Muslims, brothers and sisters all around the world, the faithful Muslims all around the world, I greet you with Ramadan Mubarak. But I just want to show you, look real close at my critics' comments and look at some of the videos they went back on saying this is one of my best ones. It'll show you when I told y'all about the circle here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, with the individuals that is a part of and founders of the CNN Charleston Nigga News, some of the Charleston, Missouri Police Department, some of the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff Department, some of the judges and attorneys in the Mississippi County area in the 33rd Circuit Court, the present and the past NAACP presidents. I can't say the same for the vice presidents, but the present vice president don't seem to stand against what the president and some of the other members support. Anytime you support criminals in the streets, anytime you support corrupted police and judges, anytime you don't speak up against corruption, then you are part of it. You see what I'm saying? Anytime you help individuals, continue to help get the same individuals out that's around here shooting up our communities, selling this poison to our community, but here it is, innocent people that's trying to get out, you don't come to court for them. But like I said, I give it to Cape Girardeau, not only standing up for the Muslims whose Muslim center was burnt or set afire, but also back in 2012, the city of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, they stood up against the Ku Klux Klan, something that they don't do here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. They stood up against the Ku Klux Klan when they was going around putting leaflets on people parked cars. They even went to court, even though the ACLU represented the Ku Klux Klan and won in a temporary injunction to allow them to do it from a judge in Kansas City, Missouri, showing the judge don't really care about what this hatred group is doing. That's the same thing about these leaders. You see what I'm saying here in Charleston, Missouri? If the shoe fit, wear it, black and white. You see what I'm saying? Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, NAACP, these government grant carrying individuals. You see, only thing they care about is money. And you can see, if you look on Facebook, you look on my YouTube channel, they focus on one thing because I'm exposing them. You see what I'm saying? I'm exposing them. One thing about some of the white and black people told me, you leave Mississippi County, you don't have to worry about this because they know, and anybody else know, and knows 210 1,000 people that be viewing my YouTube video know, they just sit back and watch. They don't even respond because they see the ignorance and it reveals who I'm going up against. You see, when I talk about Christopher Columbus, you have blacks attack me. You see what I'm saying? Saying Christopher Columbus discovered America, when history show he didn't. You have some of them that even fight up against me when I speak about 1619. They don't want to hear about 1619 when they brought the slaves over here on the Mayflower. They don't want to hear about 1492 and 1493 when Christopher Columbus came over here and slaughtered, raped the natives. They don't like to hear that. You see what I'm saying? But yet they love to see these videos with the CNN News with this blonde wig wearing, dark-skinned individual talking about me on the sexual side, but yet he got kicked out of a house right across the street from the hut for messing with a grown woman's child. He lucky she didn't press charges on him. The same with the two individuals that with him. All you got to do is just take a look. You see what I'm saying? But they not fooling everybody. You see, what they don't like is, they say everybody hate Raymond. Learn how to spell Raymond. I done spelled it for you. My YouTube channel show it. We know y'all don't know about periods and commas, question marks. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all use the mic and just dictate because you can't spell. And then some of y'all that didn't like the fact when I videoed when they was giving food out in the Lincoln parking lot, two of y'all in there, one of y'all, you see what I'm saying? Both of you males. One of y'all is the same one that took up for them folks when the white bus driver did something to my child. The other one, you got a lot of nerve to drive that SUV. You got a lot of nerves when I seen you in court, when Story's taking you to court because you won't pay your rent, you ignorant Negro. Pay your rent. I sat up in there when you tried to talk to me. You didn't have to talk to me. Story had his paperwork showing you ain't paid no rent. Pay your rent before you try, and then learn how to spell. Y'all see where your brain at? This way it's heading to. Now, if I was threatening people like y'all said, YouTube, some of y'all work for the federal government, y'all done sent the federal government to my house, asking me to stop talking about these two Negroes that's around here informing on everything, and they're allowed to sell this poison in our community and start chaos in our community, and they asked me if I would stop videoing them. No, I ain't gonna stop videoing them. Lock me up. Peace be still.